नरेंद्र कुमार की बर्बर हत्या पर हम गहरा शोक व्यक्त करते हैं और कड़े से कड़े शब्दों में इस घिनौनी वारदात की निंदा करते हैं। जिस तरह के बयान श्री नरेंद्र कुमार जी के परिवारजनों की तरफ से आ रहे हैं, उससे साफ तौर पर यह संकेत मिलता है कि उनको इस खतरे का आभास था। और खेद की बात यह है कि मध्य प्रदेश की सरकार उन लोगों के साथ खड़ी दिखती है जो अवैध खनन में लिप्त है, क्योंकि एक आला अधिकारी पर हाथ डालने की किसी भी अपराधी तत्व की तब हिम्मत पड़ती है जब उसको कथाकथित तौर पर सरकारी संरक्षण मिलता हो। हम ये मांग करते हैं कि इस मामले की बहुत बारीकी से जांच होनी चाहिए और श्री नरेंद्र कुमार के परिवार को न्याय मिलना चाहिए। अवैध खनन का मध्य प्रदेश में जो मामला है वो उच्चतम न्यायालय के संज्ञान में है और हम ये भी उम्मीद करते हैं कि मौके की संवेदनशीलता को देखते हुए मध्य प्रदेश की सरकार अवैध खनन को तुरंत रोकने के लिए और जो सब व्यक्ति इसमें लिप्त हैं और जो इसको संरक्षण देते रहे हैं या दे रहे हैं, उनके खिलाफ तुरंत कार्रवाई करेगी। If you want to repeat in English, we can do it. Otherwise, we can leave it out there. The most unfortunate murder of Shri Narendra Kumar is not only extremely unfortunate, but highly condemnable. The statements which have come from the father of late Shri Narendra Kumar very clearly indicate that the deceased officer was aware of the dangers that or the kind of elements that he was confronting. And what is indeed most tragic is that the Madhya Pradesh government appears to be standing on the side of those who have been the perpetrators of illegal mining. And this is evidenced by the fact that without state patronage, criminal elements would not have ever mustered up the gumption to kill and murder an IPS officer of the state cadre. We demand that this matter should be probed very deeply and minutely, and the killers of late Shri Narendra Kumar be brought to justice. We also demand that since the issue of illegal mining in Madhya Pradesh is before the Supreme Court, and the court in the past has issued various concurrent directions. The Madhya Pradesh government would take cognizance of that, take steps to immediately see that illegal mining is not only brought to a halt, but all those who are involved in it, who have been patronizing it, are acted against. All yours.
It's only 3 days since the Samajwadis came to power, and already Dalit houses are being burned. So what has the Congress got to say about it?
Well, the cycle of violence which unfortunately succeeds electoral cycles is both reprehensible and needs to be condemned. In a democracy, vendetta should have no place. And we do hope that the new government in Lucknow would act and act with haste to see that law and order in the state is maintained and political victimization or political vendetta is immediately brought to a halt.
मनीष जी, मध्य प्रदेश सीएम ने ऑलरेडी जुडिशियल इंक्वायरी ऑर्डर की है, आप इसमें और क्या चाहते हैं, क्या इम्प्लीकेशन चाहते हैं?
देखिए, सवाल न्यायिक जांच का नहीं है। सवाल ये है कि एक आला अधिकारी की हत्या हुई है, ये मामला फौजदारी का है। इससे जुड़े हुए जो सारे तथ्य हैं, सारे पहलू हैं, उसकी जांच होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि स्वर्गीय श्री नरेंद्र कुमार जी के परिवारजनों की तरफ से जिस तरह के बयान आए हैं, उससे कहीं ना कहीं ये संकेत मिलता है कि ये कोई पूर्व संयोजित षड्यंत्र था। तो इसलिए खानापूर्ति की ज़रूरत नहीं है, एक ठोस जांच होनी चाहिए और जो आरोपी हैं उनके खिलाफ और उनके जो आका हैं उनके खिलाफ भी सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए।
यूपी में जीत के बाद समाजवादी पार्टी कार्यकर्ताओं ने राहुल जी जहां जा गए सीतापुर में घर जला दिए और हिंसा की घटना लगातार बढ़ती जा रही है, कैसे देखते हैं आप?
देखिए, हम इस पर प्रतिक्रिया दे चुके हैं कि किसी भी प्रकार का जो राजनीतिक द्वेष है वो बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, और हम ये उम्मीद करते हैं कि जो नई सरकार लखनऊ में आई है समाजवादी पार्टी की, वो तुरंत कदम उठाएगी जिससे कि कानून और व्यवस्था की जो स्थिति है उत्तर प्रदेश में वो सामान्य हो और हर व्यक्ति जो उस प्रदेश में रहता है वो सुरक्षित तरीके से अपनी ज़िंदगी व्यतीत कर सके। देखिए, अगर आप श्री दिनेश त्रिवेदी जी के वक्तव्य की बात कर रहे हैं तो श्री दिनेश त्रिवेदी जी ने अपने वक्तव्य पर स्पष्टीकरण दे दिया है, उसके ऊपर और कुछ कहने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। देखिए, ऐसा है कि अटकलों के ऊपर प्रतिक्रिया देना ना ही ज़रूरी है और ना ही उचित है। जहाँ तक श्री दिनेश त्रिवेदी जी के बयान का ताल्लुक है, उन्होंने खुद उसके ऊपर स्पष्टीकरण दे दिया है और उस बात को वहीं पे छोड़ देना चाहिए।
Do you think the Congress performance or the Congress defeat in these assembly elections would impact the center? It would make the party weaker, vulnerable to allied nations?
Well, I think there are takeaways from every electoral cycle, and yes, our performance has not been up to our expectations. But I do not think unnecessary extrapolation is essential. The UPA government at the center is strong, it is stable, it has been given a mandate to govern for 5 years, and the UPA government would complete its term. It's also important that those who in the past would repeatedly point fingers at us for destabilizing state governments need to really introspect about their own conduct. State governments have a role to perform, and the central government, which has been given a mandate for 5 years, has the task of fulfilling that mandate. Renu, one second.
Manish, after Bihar, when your seats came down to 4, Mukul Wasnik was retained as a minister and as a general secretary. Now, can the leaders who have just led the party in elections, whether it be UP or Punjab or a poor performance in Uttarakhand, can they also expect to be rewarded also to some extent for their performance?
Well, sarcasm notwithstanding, which is more than explicit in your question, I think every political situation or every result has to be really evaluated and analyzed before we come to any conclusions. The Congress president, when she was interacting with you day before yesterday, has said that we would analyze the results of every election. We take the verdict of the people not only very seriously, but in all humility. And yes, we would go into the reasons at length to see as to what correctives need to be applied so that the Congress is not only rejuvenated, but it becomes even more robust in these states.
Sir, what is the Congress stand on the United Nations Human Rights Council resolution against Sri Lanka?
I beg your pardon, I am not cognizant with the resolution. Since you flagged it for my attention, I would definitely peruse it and come back to you.
Manishji, in the backdrop of the assembly election results, does the party feel a little constrained for space for political maneuvers in this budget session, which is very much important?
Well, I think what needs to be understood is that the governance of the nation should not and cannot be held hostage to political expediency. The budget and other attendant legislation are something which are extremely critical for the growth and progress of this nation. And in public life, and all those who participate in public life, I believe, stand committed to the welfare of the people. So therefore, where the question of larger national interest arises, there is a need to rise above parties and differences and see that we are able to deliver on our commitments to the people of India. And with the budget session starting on Monday, we do hope that the opposition across the political spectrum will lend constructive support to the government in its endeavor to see that the life of the people of India is bettered in every possible way. Ha, Nandita? Yes, sir.
There's a major situation in terms of law and order in Hisar. The JAT agitation that's going on for weeks now. I mean, your party is in power in Haryana. How do you view this?
Well, as I understand it, the government in Haryana, is engaged with the agitators. I think there is a process which is already in play, and I do think that it would be appropriate to allow this process of consultation to play itself out. But we definitely, would like to request the agitators that it is not appropriate to indulge in violence. It is not appropriate to take law into your own hands. And when the state government is proactively trying to engage with them, see that some sort of a modus vivendi can be reached, I think they should reciprocate in equal measure. Yeah, and I'll come back to you.
It was a similar question. The budget session starts next week. What is the party's expectations both in terms of policies and in the smooth functioning of the session?
Well, as you're aware that the budget session is the longest session of Parliament, and it will start day after tomorrow or on Monday and continue into May. And we do hope that across the political spectrum, the opposition would rise above partisan differences and lend constructive support to the government. After all of us who are in public life, at the end of the day, are committed to the welfare of the people. And the UPA government has been given a mandate to govern for 5 years. And therefore, we do expect that in delivering on that mandate, we will get the sort of constructive support which should be forthcoming in any mature democracy. Yeah.
UP State President Rita Bahuguna Joshi has given a resignation to the Congress President. क्या उनका इस्तीफा स्वीकार कर लिया गया और कितनों के इस्तीफे आएंगे? और दूसरा सवाल, उत्तराखंड के चीफ मिनिस्टर कौन होगा कांग्रेस के?
देखिए, जहाँ तक आपके पहले सवाल का ताल्लुक है, उन्होंने नैतिक जिम्मेवारी लेते हुए अपने इस्तीफे की पेशकश की है। अब फैसला कांग्रेस अध्यक्षा जी पे है। जब भी कोई फैसला लिया जाएगा आपको ज़रूर अवगत करा देंगे। और जहाँ तक उत्तराखंड के मुख्यमंत्री का सवाल है, प्रभारी महासचिव देहरादून में है, वो एमएलए से संपर्क बनाए हुए हैं, कांग्रेस के केंद्रीय नेतृत्व से संपर्क बनाए हुए हैं। उसमें जैसे ही कोई और डेवलपमेंट होती है तो हम आपको अवगत करा देंगे।
Last year there was a special session on Lokpal bill. Is the Congress in favor of bringing this bill again in the Rajya Sabha in the budget session?
Well, I don't recall that there was a special session. I do recall that it was an extended session. आपकी बात सही है। देखिए, जहाँ तक हमारा सवाल है, कांग्रेस पार्टी लोकपाल का बिल लोकसभा में लेके आई, उसको पारित करवाया। जहाँ तक राज्यसभा का सवाल है, राज्यसभा में कांग्रेस पार्टी के पास या यूपीए के पास पूर्ण बहुमत नहीं है, और हम ये उम्मीद करते हैं कि जो विपक्षी दल हैं, अगर भ्रष्टाचार को मिटाने के प्रति उनकी जो आस्था है वो मजबूत है, तो वो लोकपाल बिल का समर्थन करेंगे। और हमारी तो यही कोशिश है और यही उम्मीद है कि जल्द से जल्द वो पारित होगा।
क्या दिग्विजय सिंह को भी नैतिक जिम्मेदारी लेते हुए इस्तीफा देना चाहिए?
हम व्यक्तियों पर टिप्पणी नहीं करते।
He is a jail secretary, he is not away.
After Karnataka had got paused in the FIR against Yediyurappa, it seems he is getting ready to the CM post. How you are seeing?
Well, there is a legal process which is playing itself out in Karnataka. I think it would be appropriate not to second guess that process. The High Court has given a judgment, and the Lok Ayukt and the other authorities would take cognizance of that judgment. So I think it'll be appropriate to allow the process to play itself out completely, before we arrive at any conclusions or make any unnecessary remarks. If
Have you taken any decision about the appointment of Mumbai Regional Congress Committee?
to the best of my knowledge, not as yet, but I could still check up with the General Secretary in charge if there is any movement in that and get back to you. Thank you.
In the light of the election result, need for a coalition
Well, this question has come up repeatedly again and again, and I think what is important to understand is that all the UPA allies are represented in the cabinet. In addition to that, as the Congress President rightly pointed out, we keep talking to our allies on a regular basis, and if at all there is a need to further energize that communication, the Congress party is more than prepared, to walk that extra mile. Thank you.